Blood, they say, is thicker than water, and the police, we've been told, are our friends. So, what would make a police officer take out several insurance policies for her family members and turn around later on to kill each of them to make the insurance claims for herself? This is the story of Rosemary Ndlovu, a South African police officer who has now turned a serial killer. Buckle up and let's go for a ride. Rosemary Ndlovu was born in the township of Tembisa in the Transvaal province of South Africa around 1978. Rosemary joined the police service of South Africa, known as SAPS, and was posted at Tembisa police station, eventually being promoted to the rank of a sergeant. Now, while Ndlovu was regarded as a respected member of the police force, some colleagues of hers also recalled her as a gambling addict, which sometimes led to her avoiding coming to the office or sometimes even sneaking away to avoid having to be confronted by loan sharks. Ndlovu's first victim was Madala Witness Homu, who was Ndlovu's cousin, who in March 2012 was found beaten to death in Olifantsfontein. And for her death, Ndlovu would receive over 131,000 rand in insurance claims. Fast forward, in June 2013, Audrey Ndlovu, Ndlovu's sister, while staying at Ndlovu's, was also found murdered by a combination of poisoning and strangulation, and Ndlovu again would receive 717,421 rand in insurance claims as a result of her sister's death. In June 2013, Zanele Mota, Ndlovu's niece, was also found murdered through beating, a death which Ndlovu would receive an additional 119,840 rand for. So you would see that the payday was really good. October 2015, Maurice Mabasa, the then Ndlovu's boyfriend and father of her child, is also found murdered and dumped in Olifantsfontein with over 80 stab wounds. From Mabasa's death, Ndlovu would receive more than 131,000 rand in death policies, which she made in his name. Ndlovu's murder spree ended when she was arrested after being recorded while trying to enlist the services of an undercover police officer who was then posing as a hitman with another man to burn her sister Joyce and her 5 children to death inside their house just so she could make another insurance claim from their death. In effect, Nomia Rosemary Ndlovu, police sergeant at Tembisa, South Africa, was convicted as a murderer in the deaths of 6 people, her live-in partner and 5 of her relatives between 2012 and 2018. Her motive was to live off their life and funeral insurance policies, having collected as much as 1.4 million rand, the equivalent of $93,000 at the time of her arrest. In 2021, Ndlovu was sentenced to 6 concurrent life terms for the murders and a total of 30 years, 10 years for 4 fraud counts, 10 years for each of the 7 incitements to commit murder charges, and 10 additional years for the attempted murder of her mother, Maria Mushawana. During the court proceedings, Ndlovu resorted to various shenanigans and at a point had to be shackled at the feet to get her to be in check. She further went on to throw subtle threats at some of the people who had testified against her when she was being sent away to jail, that yes, she was going to spend that year's Christmas in jail, but she'd be back the following year free to meet them and deal with them. Additionally, it was revealed during the proceedings in court that she hired the hitmen to kill her sister and her nieces and burn them in their house so that she could claim their insurance money, due to the fact that she was cash strapped at the moment and she was being chased by loan sharks, with the threat of her losing her BMW, and as such she needed them to be eliminated so that she can make the insurance claim to offset her debt to the loan sharks. It is rumored that Rosemary was very loose and flush with money and also had a gambling addiction. And almost as though all this was not enough, Rosemary has outdone herself again after already being found guilty of all these things narrated in this video and having been sentenced. She is back again in court as at 2022 on new charges of conspiring with another ex-police officer woman to kill her husband and another police officer Rosemary used to work with. We are following this case closely, and as and when the facts are ready, we'll bring it to you on True Crimes Cafe. Be careful out there.